So it's a 2000
Honda Shadow.
Honda Shadow, 600 cc's of whopping power, baby.
That's what it be.
That's what it be. Hey, I just wanted to preference this video before we went through and watched it and say, I was digging through some old video archive footage and I stumbled across this video that I produced with Jake, probably good 3 years ago or so. And I thought it was worth putting up here on the channel, so I hope you guys really enjoy this content. Hey, we got something a little different for you.
Courtesy of me.
Courtesy of this guy here. If you don't remember him, go ahead.
I'm Jake.
He's been in a few videos before, but anyways, today, what are we going to be working on?
Well, I brought you a Honda Shadow, 2000 Honda Shadow bike. 600 cc's.
600 cc's of whopping power, baby. So, yeah, we're going to be tearing into it. When's the last time this thing ran?
I mean, I remember when I was a kid I was on it in Ocean City, but I think the last time we had it running was like 2017.
2017.
But other than that, it's just really dusty because it's been sitting in a pole barn.
Right.
Indoors, so no like real.
No, I mean honestly,
It's literally just dust from
like
other like hay and crap.
So basically, what we're gonna be doing is within the course of hopefully a week or so, we're basically gonna clean this thing up and get it running again. So we're going to be going over it and checking over some basic stuff, at least to the best of my knowledge. It might not be the perfect thing to do, but we're at least, by the end of this, if we can have the damn thing running again, and we'll clean it up real nice. And so he already went ahead and ripped the tank and the seat off. We're going to have to clean the tank out extensively because there was some nasty varnish in there.
For 3 years it's had gas in it. So.
Yeah, so it's got some pretty nasty gas. The next thing we're pulling off here is the cover for what I'm expecting to be the air cleaner, and I mean, you know, I'm used to ripping apart dirt bikes. I'm not 100% used to ripping apart big bikes like this, but it's all kind of the same thing. I mean, it has an engine and it runs and stuff, so it can't be that difficult. But
it's a Honda. So.
Let's see. So then, okay, so this is just the shiny piece, so we can get that out of there. That's going to be a smaller size hex. Yes, it is. So we'll go grab that and we'll pull that out. I'm curious to see what type of condition that air cleaner is in. Just because of the fact that it's been sitting for how many years?
It does have a Kickstarter too.
What are you doing? You're dropping it!
It does have a Kickstarter. You were wondering before, I know.
Okay.
So if we can't,
so we're just gonna... There's 3 screws here, it looks like we got going on here. It's nifty, it's a Honda too, so you know it's gonna run for just about ever.
You know, once you put everything it needs in it, it's gonna crank right
I mean,
up.
if it, you know, just make sure it's got all the fluids, and
yeah, well,
it should be fine. Because another thing we're gonna have to do too is for how long it's been sitting. I'd probably look in the owner's manual to see what type of oil this takes, and once we get it running, probably dump the oil out of it and put fresh in. It takes 10 W40.
So
I would pick some of that up.
I think I have some at the house because that's what my truck takes.
It should take 1030. 1030. Oh, it's I don't know. I don't know. Don't look at me. You know what? You know
I forget where the battery sits in here.
The battery, I think,
should be up in here.
It should be back in here. I think it might be. It's in this little case right here.
Okay.
That's very interesting. That's not. I wouldn't say that's the most useful thing on planet Earth. Hold on. You wanna show that off for us?
So this is in the toolkit on the bike. So I mean, it comes with a lot.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of unique tools for a guy to be able to use to work on his motorbike machine.
It's a Honda. You don't need to work on it.
It's a Honda.
Why would you even include a toolkit? You're just.
You don't need it. It's fine.
Rob, this isn't the battery. That was the toolkit holder. The battery's down here. That's the battery.
Okay.
So the battery's under the shock. They are, but I don't need it.
There we go.
Because
Do we have anything? Nope.
where's the other one that you took off?
They're both in there. One thing I'm trying to do is definitely make sure that you keep track of all your hardware. There is this little clip that holds this, like that holds this part of the airbox to the other part of the airbox. And I'm taking the screw and I'm putting it back in so I don't lose the clamp, the screw, or the little spacer. Just mental note. Just for shits and giggles here, I probably should pull the carb off, which we might. But I'm just gonna pull out the bottom screw right now to drain everything that's out in the bowl. And depending on what it looks like in there, it's gonna be varnished. Oh, it's coming out of. There you go.
It doesn't look terrible, actually.
It's rotten.
Whoa.
And the biggest problem is with anything, and this goes for any small engine. When stuff like this sits for a while and it's old gas, the biggest problem you're gonna face is that because there's ethanol in the fuel nowadays, it'll actually eat apart the inside of the carb and it'll be crusty and stuff. So we just drain that out, and basically that means whoever was in here last basically didn't drain the gas out, which, you know, a lot of people do that, so it's, you know, not a big deal, but it does create a hassle when about 3 years later you're trying to get the darn thing to run again. So yeah, that's that's some rotten stuff. So we're gonna have to pull the carb off. We're gonna have to clean the jets out and the needles and spray brake clean through everything.
Well, that's what they want.
And try to clean it up.
That's what they want me to do anyway.
And that's what kind of needs to happen. I disconnected the choke, which is off yonder right there, and then we have two screws that are right here that we need to unscrew. Those are Phillips heads. Those are, oh yes, point it out. So we have those two Phillips heads on those two clamps, and we take those off and the carbs just slide off, and then we'd be able to go through it and clean it out and make sure she's ready to rumble.
Picks.
Yeah, we're not, no. They're nice picks, what can I say? I mean, for a set of 4, I paid like $65, but you know, it seemed like a deal at the time. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't pull this off before, so I know it was gonna come off, and we're just gonna come over and be like, "Oh man, here it comes for the first time in how many years? The carburetor is off the motorcycle."
Yeah, shut up.
Let's see. We still have that few lines in the way, and that choke is kind of
Choking you.
convenient, right? Yeah, honestly, you know what we could do at this point, just for
Giggles.
poops and giggles. At this point, we got the carb off, but I kind of want to check the fluids on this and pull the plug. And if the spark plug the spark plugs, 2-cylinder, if the plugs look good, we could probably shoot some go-go juice right down the hole there and see if it actually fires, which would be pretty neat. Alright, so I'm gonna pull the plug wire. You want to pull that plug wire on that side? Look for a plug wire.
Right here, this?
Yeah, yep, that's gonna be a plug wire.
Okay, I didn't.
And it's probably gonna be a 5/8 socket. Probably, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know what I'm doing because I don't want my stuff to be broken.
Well, it's funny because then he comes to me and he acts like I know what I'm doing, and I also don't know what I'm doing. But we're just we
With
just
both
guess.
of our with the both of us not knowing what we're doing, we know what we're doing.
Hey, you know what? All I can say is that sometimes I'm just a real damn good guesser.
No one really knows anything. We're all
we're
we're all just guessing at this point.
We're all just floating through life, figuring it out as we go.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the darn tootin' truth? See if we can get her to go vroom vroom. You got that, Chief?
Do you want to put gas in it?
There should be enough in it, I think. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That's kind of annoying.
The battery.
Yep. I mean, it fires, so decent. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I killed it now. It's hold on, folks. It's a little smoky in here.
Hey Willie, where are you?
We're out there smoking doobies. I bet you it's loud. The neighbors don't like that none.
It's a fucking loud bike, dog.
Yeah, it is.
She sounded naughty though. There you are. Now she's running. Sometimes people are really crank on it. And miss the back. Tap that idle, let it idle. If you start on idle, then it's just idle. So I'm coming back around. Ready? Go. Sorry.
No.
Oh, come on.
So unfortunately, I didn't quite get the chance to give you the update that I fully wanted to, and fully go through everything. But basically, we ended up going through the carb here, dropped the bowl out of it, cleaned all the bowl out. Surprisingly, not that much garbage in the carb itself. So like I said, we dropped the bowl out of it, which is down here. Cleaned all of that out as the best I could with whatever I had. And then we took the top off here, which is for the needle, which is that guy in there, and basically just sprayed all that out, cleaned all that out the best we could. The gas tank was filled with stuff. I mean, it was crusty because it was a metal gas tank, stuff like that. So we're gonna probably have to get some something to clean that out. Probably gonna get some lacquer thinner to try to clean that out the best we can. That, or Jake just said he wants to take it to the dealership and have dealership do it. I don't care. All I know is that we actually got the bike to fire up and run and somewhat idle. We had some issues with it staying running, and I don't know if it's because of, something's up with the carb. I don't know if the needle's set right. And personally, it's not my bike, I've really never touched anything quite like this before. And I mean, it's not that it's difficult. It's just that it's two things. It's not my bike, and also on top of that, I really don't fully know what I'm getting into by completely opening this guy up, and I didn't want to do any more damage than necessary. So basically just went through it the best I could to eyeball it. Like I said, we got everything running. I cleaned it up, and basically at this point, need to get the gas tank cleaned out and back on it, and get everything pretty much hooked back up. And at this point, it actually might be at the point where once we get that set up, if we can get the thing to run right, pretty much actually test drive it and do all that good stuff. And yeah, so hopefully that's what you'll be seeing next. See, told you. So we ended up cleaning out the gas tank using lacquer thinner. I put lacquer thinner in the tank, sloshed it all around, tried to get all the garbage out of it. Unfortunately, we got in a time crunch, so I wasn't able to get it all on video, but I just wanted to quickly explain what happened. Oh, so close. You almost had it. This close. This close. Oh, he's going back for more, baby. I like the effort that we're seeing committed here.
Haha, he did it again. It's hard on that bike. That bike's weird just because how much bigger it is, and considering the fact that we're still both learning how to actually ride. Like, I rode dirt bikes since I was 5 years old, but the whole street bike thing is completely different, especially when you're trying to make sharp turns while sitting. It's just kind of one of those deals where you got to like learn to lean with the bike a little bit. That's why I've been going back and forth like this, because it's just kind of learning how to control the bike a little bit. It's just stuff that I've known from, you know, being able to do it on a dirt bike, but here we are trying to do it on a street bike. It's kind of a whole new ball game, if I'm being honest. Great day to be out on the bike, as I have to hold my tear off on my motocross helmet from freaking slapping against the side of the helmet.